part two. But like I said, the only thing that's on equal of Transformers figurines is of my Transformer figures is my Sonic comic book collection, and that's it. And that's it. Figure wise though, Sonic and Turtles and MLP have nothing on my Transformer figures. They don't. But it doesn't mean I can't collect. But it doesn't mean that out of respect I cannot collect MLP or GI Joe or Turtles or Transformers because I can. I can collect them. It's out of respect for the fact that I grew up on that franchise. That franchise, whether I watched its cartoons or not, was a part of my childhood. I mean, it was all part of the block that I grew up on. I remember specifically KTVU. And I think all four were on KTVU, if not two were on KBHK, I don't know. But I do specifically remember all four of them on one station. I remember that. I remember it was somewhat of a block to where it was kind of like a mixture at times. And I've mentioned this before. You either had the girls shows starting out, then you had the boys shows, or at times you would have it mixed up to where it would be like, here's Ponies, here's G.I. Joe, here's Transformers, here's Jeff. That's how it was. And I think anybody watching this can attest to that. But that is the truth. That is the absolute truth. Now, I can't remember exactly whether or not at times that they were on separate stations or they weren't. But I do know that one time they were all on one station. But the fact of the matter is, they were part of my childhood. They were part of my childhood. I grew up on them, and I enjoyed them. So, to close this video out so I can get ready to hop in the shower and get ready for work, close this two-part video out. The reason people like me collect figures like Transformers and even figures and stuff like MLP, FIM, and all other kinds of franchises, we either were massive fans of them, or we have somewhat respect for them, is because that franchise overall was part of our childhood. True, the current generation that we may see on television and we may collect may have not been part of our original childhood, but in a sense, we have to have respect that it's related to our childhood. I mean, if you take a look at some of the characters in MLP FIM, like Applejack and Twilight Sparkle, they're named after two of the original G1 ponies that came out in the original pilot episode as well as the original series. So, you gotta have respect for at least acknowledging those characters. But the fact is, you don't have to be a massive fan, you don't have to be a brony, you don't have to be a fembot, whatever you want to call it. If you have a respect for that franchise because you grew up on it, and it was part of your childhood, even though you were more attracted to one franchise than the other, that's why we collect. That's why we collect these figures. True, you may come out and say, why do you have that? Or, as they showed in the Brony Chronicles, you might be in the MLP aisle or an aisle with MLP, and you see somebody walk across and give you that look like, why are you, hey man, why are you holding that? Why are you smiling at that? And all you would have to tell them down the line, if you want to, is because I respect the show. I respect the franchise. Do they really have to know? Not really. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's commonplace now for anybody that goes to a Walmart, a person like me or or whoever goes to a Walmart or a Target or wherever, gets a My Little Pony figure, gets a Gem figure or whatever, pays for it, and they don't ask questions. They probably think, oh, is it for your niece? And if you want to, you could say, yeah, it's for my niece, or yes, for my daughter, or whatever. They don't have to know. And if you feel like it, you can tell them. If you're getting an MLP figure, you could say, yeah, I'm collecting them out of respect for the show and all that, and out of respect for the franchise because I grew up on it. That's all you have to do. You don't have to say anything else. And you know what? If you don't want to avoid the cashiers and all that, just go out to self-checkout, do it there, and be done. That's all you have to do, folks. But again, like I said, in closing, the reason we collect these figures, even if we were massive fans of one and have respect for another, it's because it's nostalgic for us, and it's because these are franchises that we grew up on from our childhood. So that's all I'm going to say. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll talk to y'all later.